Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day. And today is Wednesday the 3rd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning a little bit later than normal for me. Normally I'm up early in this, but I've been just exhausted lately. Been kicking my ass with this whole sickness thing, and slept in a little bit. Wife got up and around. I think she didn't get her alarm set for as early as she wanted, or she snoozed it too long. I'm not sure which, but she got up and around. She decided to go into the office today, so she left a little bit late, but I got up, got the dog out, basically got my water and my banana, and then I headed out to the hot tub, got my soak on, and I had actually, before I did that, take that back, I was feeling a little better, so I checked my temperature, and my temperature is back down to 96, which is normally low for the world, but it's kind of my average. I run between 96 and 96.5 is my average normal everyday temperature. So as a kid, I never got to go home early from school because I had a fever, because it was like, even when I had a 2 or 3 degree fever, like, oh, this is normal. Everybody else is 98.7 or what the hell the average is. So I was like, whatever. So I'm back down. I checked it later in the day, and it was 96.6. So I'm right back where I was supposed to be at. So the fever broke. I'm feeling better. I did go out, jump in the hot tub, and got my soak on there. Got out, got a couple things hanging around the dog. Get a random text from one of my clients that's supposed to drop their dog off Friday, and they claim they're dropping their dog off tomorrow. And I was like, well, you gotta be shitting me. No way, huh? That's not happening. What's going on? So I went and checked, and it was on the calendar for yesterday, or it was on the calendar for tomorrow, but they had scratched it off and moved it to Friday. So I reached out to them like, hey, do you mean Friday? Like, what the heck's going on? So, oh yeah, that's what I meant. I meant to say Friday, I forgot. And I'm like, God damn it, I sound like a mini heart attack. And part of the reason I had that is because I had another client that had reached out that this dog is an aggressive dog and it has issues and whatever. So I was looking at not having that dog as many days as I can. I had put a limit on the dog to 1 week at a time, because when a dog's here for 2 or 3 weeks, it's too much stress for me, worrying about that dog attacking other dogs and stuff. And this is the stay that they put it in for 5 days, and then it became 7, then it became 9, and then it became like 11 days. And they just kept adding on a couple extra days, which ironically, they'd asked for the long stay to begin with, and I said no, because I wasn't doing long stays with their dog anymore. But then once I agreed to the short stay, they've added on extra days. So I thought they were trying to sneak one more day in on me. So turned out it wasn't the case. They just didn't tell me the right day when they were texting. So had a little mini freak out there, but I was like, God damn it. So it is what it is. But we reached out to the other dog that's here, and she's getting picked up tomorrow, which will be fine. They're gonna pick up about 3 o'clock. Not a big deal. Everything's good there. So I'll have the evening to myself. But after that, it's gonna be, I got 5 dogs coming, I think, like that. And they're all getting dropped off between, like, I don't know, 8 and noon. I got 3 different, it's gonna be kind of a bit of a cluster. But luckily, the one dog can't be around anybody at all, so she'll just get stuck in the office. Won't be a problem. And as of right now, she's the one coming last. So hopefully everybody else gets here in time for them all to be cordial to each other again, and then we can put them all outside together for the 5 minutes it take me to push her off into the office, and then I can start rotating them through. So yeah, Friday's gonna be a fun day for me to run, because I don't want to get up and run real early and then have to do all that stuff, but I gotta figure out something. But went ahead and got that locked in of when they're getting dropped off, not tomorrow, Friday. So that was good to go. Just kind of chilling out. Decided I was going to go ahead and get my run in fairly early. I was kind of just being lazy and not doing too much around the house. Decided to go ahead and get my run in. Got out my run and felt pretty good, surprisingly. I'm still weak. I feel like I ran a marathon yesterday. It's kind of, I feel like my whole body's just sore and I'm feeling tired, but I'm feeling healthy, if that makes sense. I'm not feeling sick. Before I felt tired and sick. Now I just feel tired, which is such a better feeling. It's just tired, overtired, and sick. Those are 2 different feelings, and I hated it. So I went and got my run in. Ended up knocking out 5 miles today. I did do some walking and running, both, but the other day when I ran, it was so bad. I had to stop during my mile to catch my breath, because I was so low on oxygen, because COVID was kicking my ass so bad that I couldn't handle it. And I checked my O2 before I left, and I was like at 96. So my oxygen's back up plenty fine again, so I'm good there. But I ran 5 miles, got back to the house, and said, screw it. I still feel like I can do this. I'm gonna get some yard work in. So went ahead and got some mowing done, got some edging done, got some weed eating done, got some blowing done, and did 2 hours of yard work. And it's pretty warm out here. It's pretty hot. Drank 2 liters of water in the process. I drank a like a little vitamin thing I put in the water to help absorb the nutrients better and all that kind of stuff. So I end up, like I said, in the 2 hours of the yard work, I drank 2 liters of water, which is a lot, but got there and there, went and grabbed myself a shower, went and chilled outside and took myself a break. Decided, you know what? I feel like I want to have pizza. So I was like, cool, no big deal. So texted my wife and said, hey, not for nothing, but if you would be interested, there's a pizza shop just down the road from where she works that we like quite a bit. I'm like, if you want to order a pizza in there and then pick it up on the way home, that would be awesome with me. If you don't, I got plenty of stuff here I can eat. Not a big deal. She said, no, it sounds like a great idea. So she went ahead and ordered that. She said, it'll be ready at 5:40. I said, sounds perfect. So I was just chilling out with the dog, having a good time, got her fed, all that good fun stuff. And then she got home. I ended up chilling out. When I got back from my run, I grabbed some mail at the mailbox because my grandfather said he was going to send me a package. Turned out it was just a letter. And it was emotionally, I don't know, triggering, I guess is the best way to put it for me. And our family's not great. Never has been, never will be. But it was one of those things where it was literally one sentence, and then he signed his name, and then a sentence at the bottom that said, let me know if you get this. And it shows so much of his character and who he is and all that. And it just legitimately messed with me a little bit. Like, it got in my head and it really upset me. So I was like, I gotta cope with this shit. But went ahead, got through dinner, checked my wife's day and all that stuff. Got her where she was able to get all of her day out and all that kind of thing and whatnot. And before I headed outside to have my cigar with the dog, I said, hey, I got some heavy shit I got today, and I was wondering if it'd be a good time to unload it with you. And she's like, absolutely. So we spent the next, I don't know how long it was, talking about shit and talking about my childhood and different things and whatever and whatnot, and how things were growing up. And I cried like a little bitch. And really, I realized as I was like sitting there, I'm like, I'm not even mad or sad for me today. I'm really sad, and I feel bad for the little boy I was growing up and how much different life could have been if just a few little changes could have taken place. But it was just, yeah. Luckily, I did not react and respond to my grandfather's letter. I wanted to. I really did. But I was able to keep my head to myself and did not overreact. Let it go. I'll let it stew a little bit. I'll think about it, and then I'll figure out my response and go from there, because it was just, it wasn't even, he thinks he's doing good. That's the part that really upsets me and hurts me so much. And she's like, oh, look, I'm being a hero here. I'm being a good guy. You're not, but it is what it is. So yeah, sometimes I heard from an aunt one time is you can't pick your family, and sometimes you have to go find your new family. It has absolutely nothing to do with blood. And she ran away literally the day she left high school, started college, and barely came back for visits the rest of her life until she died. So my grandfather is the only one left. All 3 of his kids are dead, and his wife's dead. And basically, I was the only one that helped out. I drove him to all the doctor appointments. I did stuff. I hung out with him every week and all that shit. It was never appreciated. And it brought back a lot of I'm talking as an adult, like I have a full-time business and shit, like I'm my own boss, and after I sold my business, I would go spend a lot of time with them and trying to build a loving bond with my grandparents, and it was just never there. It never was. And I feel so sorry for how many hours and how much pain I was causing myself by trying to earn a man's love that I don't think it was capable of him. How he ever loved anything except for money and stuff. New cars. He loved new cars, loved shiny tractors, loved a shiny lawnmower, but didn't love people. Never had a dog his entire life. Never saw, he had cattle. I mean, he's a farmer, but he didn't love them. He loved the paycheck they would bring him at the end. There was never a love for nothing. And yeah, it messed with my head a lot. So we had that conversation for way longer than it probably needed to be, but it felt good to let it out. And wife hugged me and whatnot, so I cried like a little bitch. And it felt good to cry. Went back outside, grabbed myself a cigar and poured myself a little bit of whiskey and enjoyed the beautiful evening with the dog and chilled out with her for a little bit. Realized my brain wasn't going to let me go to sleep, so I grabbed another cigar and a soda because one glass of whiskey was plenty. So from there, I basically chilled out and had myself a second cigar. Got done with the second cigar and realized, yeah, I'm still not going to sleep. So there's no purpose in that shit. I grabbed a third cigar, which it is what it is, and I had myself a third cigar and finished my soda. Eventually went inside and grabbed myself some chips to eat as a little snack and watched some episode of Blue Bloods. And wife stirred a little bit in sleep. She woke up and moved over, and that was it. She went back to sleep right away. And then about 3:30, my brain finally goes, you're tired enough, you can go to sleep now. So about 3:30, I gave up and went to bed. But turned on a comedy special and then eventually fell asleep. So, but yeah, one single line on a piece of paper was enough to set me off all damn evening. And I was really ashamed of how weak I felt mentally for that shit. But that's what happens when you don't get counseling and you have a fucked up childhood. So kind of is what it is. But yeah, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.